what's happening, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel. I've got an exciting video for you today. I am in South Korea. I'm in Seoul because I was invited out by Hyundai to check out the brand new Ioniq 6N. Now, this car behind me is the RN24, which I've just been sat in. I'm absolutely dying to drive it, but we're going to be here checking out all of the new performance, everything that they've got to show on the Ioniq 6N, and I think I'm going to be one of the first people to drift it in the world. It's super exciting. I can't wait to test it out. It's going to be the first time I've ever drifted an EV, and I'm so excited to see what that's like. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, so let's take a look at the Ioniq 6N. One thing that I do love as soon as I first looked at it is they had the performance blue with the Ioniq 5N. They've now got the new performance blue pearl. Like, this thing is absolutely beautiful under the lights. But this car has a lot of things that has been upgraded. I'm really excited to drive it because they've really focused on making electric driving fun. Let's take a quick look at the design. They've done some really cool things. See at the front here with this new bumper. It's taking a lot of its identity from the RN22E, which I saw in 2022, which was a concept car. You can see you've got the aero rims here as well, which, you know what, they've done really well. Lightweight, asymmetric, and it's functional. A lot of people, when they try to do aero rims, they don't really work, particularly on one car brand that I won't mention. Coming down the side of the car, they've got this super cool swan neck wing on it as well with the little ducktail beneath. They had to put this in because when the car goes faster, and obviously this car is capable of going extremely fast, as soon as you get more air moving faster over the back of the car, it creates lift because there's lower air pressure. So this is form and function. Coming into the interior, it's still got all of that N motorsport kind of vibe. You've got the bucket seats, the N steering wheel. From memory, these are extremely comfortable. Yep, which they absolutely are. You've got all of the drive modes and everything, your N button on the steering wheel. It feels good. I'm just really looking forward to driving it. Everything is just nicely elevated. It's got that Hyundai feel to it, but it's honestly, it's the way this thing drives. I really can't wait to see these different N active sounds as well. I remember from last time, the active sound, you forget that you're in an electric vehicle. No way. One of the reasons that I really wanted to come on this launch was because when I first drove the Ioniq 5N, I couldn't believe that I was actually sat in an electric car because they really focus on putting the fun into the driving experience. So you've got the N E-shift, you've got the N active sound, and you've got the launch control. You've got all of this and more in this car. They've done a lot of work to really look at the engineering on how this car corners, how it moves. They have their 3 pillars where they want the car to be a corner rascal, which is where they're really looking at the all-wheel drive system, using a lot of the rally technology. They want it to be an everyday sports car, and they want racetrack capabilities. They've really focused on torque vectoring. They've changed it to a lower center of gravity, which gives better mechanical grip. So this car should really handle, and it's also got active dampers on it. So really, all of this combined, put it on a track, it should be great crack to drive, but let's go check it out. Okay, so this is my first time ever attempting to drift an electric car. This is a long wheelbase car. It is heavier than what I'm used to, but there's a lot of really exciting technology in these vehicles. They really focused on the torque vectoring, getting these cars to intelligently put the power where it needs to be, especially when you're driving. We all know about traction control, TCS, that type of thing, where if it's too aggressive and it comes in too much, then that is going to steal your fun. But they really put a lot of energy into making these N cars fun. So I'm actually really excited to drive this. We're just gonna drive out, get a little feel for how it reacts. Oh, all right, so we just bring up the power, stop. Let's see, okay. Okay, so that's how it, all right. Oh, okay. We'll go back this way. Okay, so it comes around quite quickly. You have to be very progressive on the power. Woo! Okay. We nearly did a whole circle. Yeah!
Lot of move. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
okay, now I understand it.
Yeah.
More speed on the initiation. Alrighty, okay, we're getting somewhere now. Now I get it. Now I understand it. Okay. Okay, good. That is so difficult.
Yeah.
Like, that's a way finer balance than I ever sort of realized. Woo, I'm sweating. Okay, so it was really interesting driving that. Like, the car is a lot heavier than I've ever driven before, but actually when you turn everything up to 10 and it gives you all the power that you need, you can start to get a really nice slip angle. And what I really like is like your throttle inputs are pretty much like immediate. Everything that you're inputting into the car, you can see it's sort of thinking about it, and the technology is trying to send the right amount of power to each wheel. It took me a good few tries, but once you got the car on a nice smooth arc, that was actually really fun. I want to go again, but everyone else has to drive. All right, guys and girls, we are off for a trip in the Ioniq 6N. Now, I'm very excited to drive this because EVs are monstrously fast, and with the technology going the way it's going, you know that they're just moving closer and closer to figuring out how to effectively get the technology to make these cars so good around tracks, because you can tune it in, that you can push all of the right power to the right wheels at the right time. It's honestly, we were watching the presentation about this car and I was like, wow, there is so much time and R&D going into these vehicles. I mean, there's 14,000 people that work at this facility creating these vehicles. I remember when I saw the RN22E in 2022 and I was like, geez, that's a cool car. And now we're in the actual prototype of the production vehicle, which has got so much of that DNA in it, and we're out for a drive in South Korea around this track, and the track is wicked. I mean, I know I keep looking at the corners because I'm like, I could definitely drift that, but honestly, it's the perfect place to test this car. The corners are wicked. Like, there's so much undulation. But one thing that I always watch with these things is, like, obviously there is quite a bit of weight, but there's 650 brake horsepower. I love the fact that you can shift as well. Like, you do feel like you've got so much control of it. It makes me laugh though, going into this bottom corner. Okay, coming round. All right, okay, even when you like miss the shift, it doesn't let you over rev the car. All right, coming through here. Nice. Let's listen to the shift. That is so funny. Hug the cab. Oh my God, this is funny. Jeez, this thing is kind of crazy. Wow. Honestly, the way this thing turns in and pushes the power out to wheels, you can really... That's nuts. I think it's so important that you have noise in electric cars, because you don't even realise how fast you're going. I've come all the way around my lap, come up over the hill here. This track is class. Guys, I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. There's a lot to be said about how much they're working on the N active sound, because having that visceral auditory cue when you're driving it just adds to the whole environment. I mean, we've all driven combustion cars and it's got great cornering, great stability. Like, they've worked on getting the center of gravity lower in these cars to make sure that it's got great mechanical grip, because it's going to be quite heavy, it's long wheelbase. It's very impressive. I didn't feel at any point there that I was driving an electric car. I just thought I was driving a really fast track. Well guys, that concludes my time with the Ioniq 6N. I've had loads of fun today. This is an EV which is so focused on performance and fun behind the wheel. You can say what you like, but Hyundai are really putting the effort, the energy, the R&D into making these cars as fun as possible. The shift shock, the launch control, I couldn't believe how well this thing drives. And when you're driving it, you actually forget where you are for a second, and it's all about what's happening right in front of you at the wheel. I am really looking forward to seeing this car come to the UK, ripping up the Goodwood Hill, because I know firsthand how fun it is.